Hey guys, back on with my two sisters. I've got my Laura, sculpted by Bonnie Brown, painted by Randy Perry, and my Elena, sculpted by Alejandra de Zuniga and painted by Blanchard Babies. And they are real life sisters. If you watched my box opening of her, I talked about it briefly, but these two are real life sisters, children of Sylvia Esquera, I think. I believe she is a painter, like a prototype painter, I think is who she is in the reborn community. Oops. Anyways, so as you can see, they do look quite similar. Obviously, painting styles differ, but the dolls, the sculpts themselves are very similar. Just looking at the head shape. Laura's got bigger ears than Elena. And the head shape is a lot different. I really like her elongated head shape, very newborn. The one thing that I noticed is similar, these hands. Now the bend in the elbow is different, but they're kind of similar how hers is, bent and her fingers are kind of out like that. Now her two are together here, but these two are similar. So there's similarities there. And maybe it's even more like this hand. These two are very similar, but this hand here is different than either of Laura's. It's made to be able to hold like a finger, or she could probably hold a blanket or a toy or something. Legs. I do think hers are crunched up a little, but not the same as Laura's. Hers are even more like pulled up. And I did, when I was holding her, she holds really nicely, but I did notice that as well. And I think Laura's a little bigger, like chubbier. Like she just seems like she might be. Maybe not. Maybe she's not. But I gotta sneeze. Darn it. Well, maybe it'll go away. Nope. Hold on. Okay. Feet. Let's look at the feet. So this is the foot that has, all the toes are separate except these middle two here are together. This one is all separate. So I think that's pretty neat. Probably not good from a painter's standpoint, painting in between there, but for a collector, I think it's pretty cool. Her toes, none of hers are like that. Hers are, so this has got two together, one. But they're, this foot is similar to this foot. Laura just has longer toes, and her toes aren't short. She's got longer, thinner toes, longer, thinner fingers. On Elena's foot, I think this little, you probably can't see it well on camera, but her little toe here, her fourth toe, kind of curls under her other ones, and I think that's really cute. Let's see, this foot of Laura, the toes are all separate, which is neat, but it's just kind of sitting there, and this one's curved up a little. Then you've got the same kind of curve up here, and this one a little. But yeah, her feet, Laura's feet, are more wrinkly. She was sculpted with some more wrinkles. This baby is sculpted with some, but I think her feet are a little bit, yeah, you probably can't see this on camera, but they're a little bit wider. Her fingers are not as long and thin as Laura's. Just, I think, a difference in the sculpture is my guess. It's possible it's a difference in babies, but I think Bonnie Brown just generally sculpts like that. Like her sculpts have longer, thinner fingers. So I love the face on Elena, but I prefer the hands of Laura. But yeah, she has, I think, maybe a little bit less wrinkles and creases in her hands and feet than... Oh, I'm sorry. I can't bend like that very long. Elena has less bends and like creases and wrinkles in her hands and feet than Laura. And again, I think that's probably just a difference in sculpture, because this hand's super cute. Look at all those little wrinkles, and hers have some wrinkles, but not like that. So just a difference there. They're very similar where their chin is kind of, I don't know if I could get a good profile her here. Her chin is kind of, I don't know. It's not prominent. And then she's got a little roll down there. And I think hers is even less prominent here, a little chin. And she's got a little bit of a roll. So, I mean, they definitely are very similar in their faces because, you know, they should be. They're real baby sisters. But they're similar but different. I like this baby's chin. I like she's got like a little, kind of like a, I don't know if it's a dimple or it's just a little indent down there. I think that's really cute. Excuse my sniffing now that I've sneezed. Makes me sniff. That's just how I am always in allergies. Her head, you can feel the like ridges in it there. She has it lightly, a little soft spot, but this one is more pronounced. But I think it's partially because her head is shaped like that, because it looks like she was kind of stuck inside a little bit, whereas her head is much more perfectly shaped. And like I said, Laura's ears are a little bigger. Their noses are very, very similar. I think the eye shape's a little different, and Elena's might be a little bit longer, bigger, and their lip shape's a little different, but very, very similar. They're just really, really cute. I just got her today. I haven't dressed her in anything, and I had Laura dressed, but I took her clothes off just because I thought it would be a lot easier to compare them both in just a onesie. So, the story of Elena, I don't know if she's technically was probably not lost in the mail, but she was delayed for sure. And I live in Ohio, and today it showed she was still in Kentucky, because I've been checking it every day, multiple times a day, to see if she's been moving. And I also put like text notifications so it would tell me if she didn't move. And so I like, well, there's another day I won't get her. She was due to be here last Thursday, so a week ago. And I put in a lost package claim or whatever yesterday, and today she just showed up. There was it didn't even show a scan in at my post office this morning, like out for delivery like it usually does. So I'm wondering if the Postal Service is just really screwed up for scanning, or something's not working quite right or something, because I've never had it not say out for delivery and just show up. But I've heard of people who've had that happen, and I'm super glad it happened to me today. I'm really, really glad she's here. But it was just odd. It was a happy surprise. Usually I check so much for when I'm ordered a doll that I, I know exactly where she is and when she's coming, and I'm watching for the mail person and all that. But I had no idea today. I got her from reborns.com by Blanchard, at Blanchard Baby, that nursery. I ordered her from Randy Perry direct through Facebook. Blanchard Babies also has a Facebook page. If anybody is interested in her work, it is very pretty. I will say though, she is very textured. If she's more so than this baby. If you don't like a textured baby, you probably won't like this lady's work. She's, I guess I would say a little on the rough side, rough feeling, which doesn't bother me at all. I would rather it that than be smooth, and I'm thinking that, it's not protected, the paint's going to come off. Her forehead, she used some kind of texturing, I don't know, there must be some kind of texturing medium, because she's extremely textured right here. It feels like bumps, like maybe she has a baby rash. The camera doesn't pick up any of that stuff. It won't pick up that. She's got a little scratchy looking or rash on her eye. She has one down here on her face. She has another little spot here. She's got a little bit over here. So she's got some details. She's got her eyelids are a little bit detailed. Let me see if the insides of her ears are. I'm not really seeing it. Sometimes, you can see like capillaries or something on the inside of the ears. I'm not really seeing that. She's also got some, I don't know if it's like like mottling. It almost looks like she's gonna be freckled or something on her limbs. And the camera just doesn't pick any of that up. She doesn't have many or really any blemishes. She is a little bit red up right there, like maybe a little bit of a birthmark. I don't think her ears have any of that little capillary-like detail. But both of them have pretty nails. Different styles, but pretty. I really, really like her. So I've looked on YouTube for videos of her, especially with Laura, and I haven't found any. So that's why I really wanted to come on and post this video, just so for anybody that is wondering what they look like together, this is it. I want to see if I can put them together, if they can see, yeah, maybe their length here. Put her arm up a little. Let me see if I got them. Yeah, I think they're about even up there. So as you can see, they're pretty much the same size. Laura could be just a smidge bigger because her legs are just a little bit more tucked than Elena's, so her legs might be a little bit longer. But they're very, I mean, like, they're the same pretty much. I just think it's pretty cool that they're real life sisters. And then there is one other sculpt. It's Max by Laura Eagles, which I think has been long sold out. But, you know, you could find them secondhand. That's their real life brother. So these two are sisters plus Max. Max really is not a sculpt that I like, so I don't see myself getting that one. But it would be a cool collection, you know, if you had 3 good artists, 3 good sculptors, you know, doing siblings. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know who, I mean, I've heard of the mother of these kids, but I don't really know much of her work. I think it's cool when people sculpt portrait babies. And I like when they put the little bit of the story behind it. I just think that's neat that there's a real life baby that looked like this at one time. So that's pretty much all I wanted to do. I'm going to put Laura's sleeper back on her, which was this one. It's kind of Christmassy with the red bows, but it's really cute. And I think I'm going to see if this will fit Elena. It's a Kate Quinn outfit, footed outfit. I bet it'll fit her. Size newborn, but Kate Quinn sometimes runs big. And I think this outfit's super cute. And then it's got the little green hat. Even though I hate to cover up her cute little head and her little, or her pretty hair, but the hat looks really cute with it. So, of course, I can always take it off. But anyways, I think I'm going to dress them. I'll do that on my own time by myself here. But I think they're super cute. So, I posted a picture of them together on Facebook, and there was a couple people that were like, oh, I think I might have to add the Elena sculpt to my list of, you know, sculpts they want to get. She is limited edition. I think it said there was only 700 of it made, and I had 333, so I don't know how many's left, but the sculptor of her is not as, to me at least, is not as well known as like Bonnie Brown or Laura Eagles, so I don't know if that has something to do with why she hasn't sold out yet, but I think she's beautiful, and I really like her, so I just want to share that. Laura is I've had her for almost a year, and I don't have any plans to get rid of her, to sell her or trade her. I am not tired of her yet. I tend to do that. I do change my babies out a lot, but not her. I had 3 Randy Berry painted babies at one point, but I've traded 2 of them, and so she is gonna stick to my collection, and I think she will stick to for a long time. So they're very cuddly, both of these sculpts, by the way, if you're wondering that too. They cuddle right in your arms. They are good size. They're big newborns, or 0 to 3 month. This is 0 to 3 month here. I think that's all I have for now. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.